William Tyndale, one of the greatest Bible scholars in history, only lived to be 42 years old. But in that short time, he changed the course of history, and with it, billions of lives. Here is part 3 of his amazing true story. While Tyndale was in Europe in exile, translating the Bible into English so he could smuggle it back to his countrymen, you would think he was too busy for anything else. But Tyndale also wrote a number of books protesting corruption and error in the church, and that drew the attacks of a powerful man back in England by the name of Thomas More. Thomas More was a Catholic theologian and statesman, and for a time was King Henry VIII's Lord Chancellor. It might seem odd to us today that Thomas More would bother to argue with William Tyndale. More was in England and was wealthy and powerful and politically favoured. Tyndale was poor and in exile, and hunted by the agents of both the King of England and the Pope. But Tyndale's influence was growing rapidly through his writings, and so was the Protestant Reformation. And Thomas More was opposed to the Reformation. What were they arguing about, you ask? Good question. They were arguing about truth, and who decided what truth is. Tyndale believed in the Bible as the supreme authority, a doctrine known as sola scriptura. Thomas More said that the Catholic Church was the supreme authority, and that it alone should interpret the Bible for the people. Tyndale wanted everyone to have a Bible so they could read it for themselves. Thomas More said no. That would undermine church authority. Tyndale believed in salvation by faith alone through God's grace. More said a person needed the church's sacraments plus good works to be saved, and defended practices such as the veneration of the saints. Tyndale argued that dead people can't pray for living people, which means there's no point in praying to the saints, and on it went. Well, you might think to yourself, that's interesting, but why am I watching a YouTube short about it 500 years later? Who cares anyway? But this story, and stories like it, contain the roots of all the rights you have today. People like Tyndale suffered persecution for what he said and thought, and that paved the way for free speech and religious freedom today. Do you like being able to post your ideas on social media without the police arresting you for it? Perhaps Tyndale's story is more relevant than you realized. Like and subscribe so you don't miss William Tyndale. Part 4.